Welcome to StreetTV. I'm Alex Alonso with an S, and you can tap in with me at AlexAlonso101 on all social media platforms. Thanks for tapping in with StreetTV, and I got an update on the Young Ant Jefe case. Now, he was scheduled to have his preliminary hearing a few days ago, but as most people expected, that preliminary hearing was delayed. Remember that Johnnie Gray did not want to waive any time. So when they came into court, Johnnie Gray's attorney, Armando Rodriguez, he told the court that he still is waiting on some discovery and that he is not prepared for the preliminary hearing. And Johnnie Gray objected to that. He wants to go ASAP. So the judge granted the continuance at the request of Johnnie Gray's lawyer over Johnnie Gray's objection. And keep in mind that Irving Theus, he is not on the case anymore. Charges against him have been dismissed. He was released from custody, even though he had $1 million bail. So it's just Johnnie Gray and Young Ant. And there might be an additional co-defendant in the near future. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think I overheard some discussion in the courtroom regarding another defendant. But the court hearing was scheduled for 8:30 a.m. The case was called around 9:41 a.m. And there were actually other cases going on in this courtroom. This is not just reserved for Young Ant. There's several other cases going on, and I think his was the second or third case called. And one of the first things that occurred during the hearing was that Johnnie Gray's attorney, Armando Rodriguez, he stated that he was not ready to go. Now remember, this was supposed to be set for preliminary hearing. We're in Division 41 in CCB, downtown Los Angeles. And Armando Rodriguez stated that he needed more discovery. He doesn't have all the discovery. And remember, last time they was in court, Johnnie Gray told the court he did not want to waive any time. He wanted to go as soon as possible. His attorney told the court that morning, not ready. So against Johnnie Gray's objection, the judge allowed the attorney to waive time. So that's one of the reasons, probably the main reason, why the preliminary hearing did not occur last week. Johnnie Gray's attorney had made some comment about the police report identifying Mr. Gray, but that he still hasn't received all the discovery, which should be sent to him by the prosecutor. Her name is Hillary Harris. Hillary Harris has to send Johnnie Gray's attorney all the discovery. Don't know what the holdup was about that. Didn't hear much conversation about the discovery holdup. And I believe I heard Attorney Fletcher say he's got the discovery. So these are obviously two defense attorneys that are not working with each other or working together. Lloyd Fletcher stated he has the discovery. Armando Rodriguez for Johnnie Gray says he doesn't have all the discovery. But I did see all three of them huddled up in the courtroom talking about what needs to be done, what are the next steps during this hearing. The judge asked how long did she anticipate, she's asking the prosecutor, how long does she anticipate the preliminary hearing to be? Preliminary hearings could vary in length. Most preliminary hearings can be done in a day. Many of them probably 2 days. There are some unusual preliminary hearings that take multiple days. I remember I was sitting in on a preliminary hearing for a Mexican Mafia member named Julio Lalo Martinez from Lomas, and his preliminary hearing took like 8 or 9 days, which is unusual. The prosecutor said that she didn't anticipate this preliminary hearing lasting more than a day, specifically about 4 hours. So that's pretty much a day. You start in the morning, around 8 or 9 o'clock. Then you go on a lunch, come back at 1:30, and be done by 2:30, 3 o'clock at the latest. So this is going to be a very short, to the point, quick preliminary hearing whenever it does take place. Now you ask, when is it going to take place? Well, it looks like the date for the preliminary hearing will be July 23rd, although the next court date for Young Ant and Johnnie Gray will be on July 13th, I guess to just iron out any other matters that may occur. But July 23rd seems like that will be the day for the preliminary hearing, but you never know. You never know. Now, one thing I found interesting is I look up the attorney's history. I like to look up how long they've been practicing law just to get an idea of how much experience they have. And the prosecutor, Hillary Harris, passed the bar in 2021. So she's a relatively new, fresh prosecutor. And Armando Rodriguez and Lloyd Fletcher, they passed the bar back in 1994 and 1995, respectively. So they definitely have a whole lot more experience in the law than Hillary Harris does. But what Hillary Harris has on her side is the resources of the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office, the very powerful, very strong LA DA's office. So she'll have a lot of get advice from other attorneys, from other prosecutors. So don't think that she's only been a prosecutor since 2021, that she ain't gonna come in there with her A game. So when they get ready for the preliminary hearing, it's gonna go out to another court Division 42. They're currently in 41. The judge in that courtroom is Shannon Cooley. I'm not sure if she's going to be in Division 42 on the next court date, but I'll let you know in July what happens, what's going on with the preliminary hearing, what kind of evidence they have, and I'll bring that right back to you guys right here on Street TV. Thanks for tapping in.